The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. They challenge this crowd to bring the energy, and I'd say they're doing that. The give is to Miller. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And there was no space, nowhere to go. That play went absolutely nowhere.
Sometimes you just need a dude to show up and make a play, and he did.
Sometimes you just need to block that dude, and they didn't.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Looking to throw, it's Mayava. Oh, they're after him. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
Yeah, and you don't see that often, right? This guy is elite. He's one of the best in the business. This is what he does for a living, obviously. That's why he gets paid millions of dollars. Yes, NIL is real. So I don't expect many misses from this guy like that.
It'll be 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. And it's incomplete on 3rd down.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
And the Trojans decide to punt it away. A quick 3 and out, and they're already giving up the ball. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. Welcome to college. First carry for the freshman. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39. Guys, let's step back here and chat Virginia Tech. The good news about starting the season outside the top 25, not a lot of lofty expectations. You can sneak up on a few teams, but sooner or later, you're going to want to get that attention and get into those rankings.
A lot more, but it's not impossible. In recent years, you saw it with Indiana coming out of absolutely nowhere. You saw it back in the day with USF. You've seen it with Rutgers. Like, in the past, you can do it. You can put it together, gain some momentum, but it starts with this game right here.
TCU reached the national championship game a few years back, and no one expected
maybe a crease. He's at the 30. The 10. Touchdown, Hokie. Great job by the back on the option. They draw first blood, and that is exactly what you want to open the season with a drive like that.
And that is exactly what they wanted to see. They talked about bolstering their speed at the running back spot. They said this guy could do it. And you get a good glimpse of it early in this football game. Ballmer, there's one thing to talk about speed. It's another thing to talk about speed. And that guy takes off, erases some angles, and makes the big play early.
It's so true, David. There's so many really good running backs in the country that can make people miss, but when we see them get into the second level, they always get caught. This guy is a little bit different. And now if you're on defense, that's a big alert. You know, hey, if we don't tackle him, if linebackers miss him, if safeties miss him, and this guy gets in the second level, he is taking it to the house. There's a lot of pressure now in this defense to tackle.
Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain.
Man, I really love the way this guy looks when he's toting the rock. You think about all the high school kids out there who dream about one day donning a USC jersey and being the starting running back for the Trojans. There's so much competition, not just in the state of California, but nationally, to come to this school and be the guy, to be RB1. He's on the field for a reason. This guy is unique. He's got speed and vision. What a weapon.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
And I think the quarterback throwing that pass off his back foot is what led to that incompletion. Just not as accurate as he would have liked to have been.
Sandman entered earlier, and now they're trying to make it go night-night on this third down. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
We talked to the coaches coming into this one. They know field position was going to be a huge factor for them winning this one. They had a really nice punt earlier in this game. Great job getting down and covering it. Won't surprise me if they decide to play it safe again here on fourth.
The Trojans will punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And they can't get on top of it to down it, so that ball will come out to the 20. Here comes the Hokies offense to start this possession. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. They'll move the tight end. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Pulls it in. It's Overton. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
And I love linebackers, man, that just have a nose for the football, an absolute feel. Great job not losing vision, feeling the running back start to come out of the backfield to catch the football, and then doing the most important part. Probably the hardest, too, getting him on the ground.
After the 4-yard completion on first down, now it's 2nd and 6. From the gun, the ground game. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. He's up to 73 yards rushing already. You want to talk about establishing the running game. They're doing that in the season opener. It's 1st and 10 from the 31. They'll go to the air. Fakes to grab. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
It's early in the game, and as offenses try to get their rhythm, these easy completions are very important because that's what helps you get your feet underneath you as an offense and as a unit. And hopefully, as this game goes on, they'll be able to rev up and get more aggressive taking shots.
Red pass, it's complete. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
Early in the game, as a DB, I'm settling in. It's okay if I give up 4, 6, 7 yards. I'm just trying to get settled in, gauge the speed, and then later on, I can adjust to the speed of the game.
The Hokies are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. The offense changing the play. To the ground to try to move the chains. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
And I think this is going to be a focal point moving forward, man. Like stopping the run game. And like they continue to have success and have success now on this 3rd down. They've got to find a way to maybe commit more bodies, be more physical at the point of attack, and take away some of this rushing game.
Wide receiver comes in motion. To the air on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Brown. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
After the 7-yard completion, it's now 2nd and 3. Tight end now in motion. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Overton. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
That's a really good-looking run there. And you think about great Hokie running backs in recent years. David Wilson, Lee Suggs, Kevin Jones, they all have the ability to shake defenders and break ankles. This guy right now giving you some of those vibes with that last run. That was nice.
Wants to throw on first down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Overton. He's brought down, but what a play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line.
And we've seen him do it by land, right? They've been handing him the football, and he's been finding space, making some plays, and now he does it by air. They find him, throw him the football, proving to be a dual threat. This is a guy they like to feature in this offense because he'll continue to make big plays.
And the Hokies come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. The option, he'll keep it. But nowhere to go. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
Really nice job by the defense shutting down all the options. Don't let him get into his reading phase. Go get him right now, play sound, and more importantly, tackle him and get him on the ground.
That's it for this period, and it's Virginia Tech on top. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. They send the tight end in motion. On the run, it's Overton. Touchdown, Virginia Tech! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And this offense is firing on all cylinders right now. Starting the year, game 1, and creating a little bit of a pad and separation at the end of this first half. But you can see why so many people are really excited about this offense this season.
He'll bring it out. It's Williams. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. Here comes the USC offense to get this drive underway. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Dropping back, it's Mayava. It's complete to the right. That's his first catch of the season, and they believe he is a freshman who can contribute a lot early. And the Trojans come to the line needing just inches for the first down. They're going to try to throw for it on third down. He wants to go deep. Pulls it in down the middle. Finds some room. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Trojans.
Well, we know, David, talking to the coaches before the game, they wanted to get this guy involved. Weren't able to do it early, but they saw the matchup, took advantage of his speed, and it's a long touchdown.
Yeah, and sometimes it takes a minute to figure out what the defense is doing, but then now you figure it out, and now you go to your go-to guy. He has all the speed, man. He can win outside. You want to play man-to-man coverage on him? You want to leave him on an island? It's not going to turn out well.
Virginia Tech opens this drive as the offense looks ready to go. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, how nice, too, to have the defense on their heels, because at this point, they don't know what's coming at them. They had problems stopping everything that last drive did.
So I think this defense would come back with a little more aggressiveness. I mean, they let them have what they wanted. Now they got to dictate to this offense a little bit more.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13.
Sweet.
Wide receiver going in motion. Second down, they'll go to the air. Grabbed behind the line, it's Overton. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
You know, it's funny. That's probably the most discombobulated the offense has looked so far in this game, right? After watching that incompletion there on 3rd down, they were just up and down the field earlier. Tremendous rhythm, tremendous balance. Everything their play caller was dialing up was working, lighting up the scoreboard. And then all of a sudden on this last drive, just not able to piece it together. They've got to be able to turn the page and get back to how they looked earlier in the game.
Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. Here comes the Trojan offense ready to go on the attack. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Back to pass, it's Mayava. Throws to the tight end. That's caught, it's Bowman. First catch of the season and his career for this freshman tight end.
Come on, defense, what are we doing? I mean, you can't miss this guy. He's like literally the biggest dude on the field. That time, completely wide open. That's way too easy for the offense. He caught the football. There was nobody even near him. Someone on defense has to locate this guy. They've got to communicate to each other if they're passing off in coverage. You can't let that guy be that wide open.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. That last sack got them behind the sticks. It's 2nd and long here.
I got to be honest, I'm a little surprised the offense is trying to go so fast here after giving up a huge loss on that sack. You'd think they'd want to just take a second, regroup before running this next play.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. But snapping the football, everybody doing on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Throws to the wideout. And they can't quite hook up on the outside.
Well, the defense was expecting that one, guys. You saw 2 defenders around the intended target to the perimeter of the field. Nice job anticipating where the quarterback was going.
They'll try to make the catch in traffic, and they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
We've seen this guy have tons of success. He had over 100 yards right before that run, but defense gets the better of him there. Nice job of adjusting up front, and good job being physical by that D-line, too.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Looking to fire. Here's a heat. Bought a little time, lets it go. Grabs it in the middle. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes, he's got some speed, and if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
So what do they have for 3rd and short from their own 23? From the gun, wants to pass. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd down.
Well, the defense finally has figured it out. That was critical for their confidence because they had been scored on earlier. They had given up a ton of yards. I think they understood the gravity of the situation. 3rd down, that was critical for them to get off the field, build momentum, build some confidence. Nice job that time by the defense.
Fields the punt and tries to find an opening. Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Running inside, it's Jordan. Barrels all the way to the 29, a gain of 6. Let's talk for just a second here about USC. You start the season top 25. Clearly expectations are flying your way, but with that might come some roadblocks.
Well, I think you got to take every week and every opponent one at a time. The number beside your name doesn't matter right now. The number matters late in the season. So you want to start the season fast. You want to be gelling on offense and on defense. I think that's the challenge early.
Absolutely. Figuring out who you are. Obviously some talented pieces, well thought of in the top 25, but a lot of season to go out and prove it. Day one, game one. Make that first impression.
Such a nice job in pass protection. You got the corner route there to the tight end. It's going to take the big fellow a little while to get to that area of the field, so you got to build a nice pocket for the quarterback to throw from. And all 5 guys up front doing their job individually, working together in tandem beautifully. That's what really allowed that play to work.
Looking to pass, it's Mayava. Quick completion on the out. First grab of the season for this highly talented freshman. They believe he's just going to get better each and every snap.
Nice job there. Good timing between the QB and the wide receiver executing that out route.
Last completion picked up a couple. Here comes 2nd and 8. The run inside. It's Jordan. Picks up the 1st down. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks, I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle. Nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
Looking downfield on 1st down. Looking to the big tight end. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands.
And the defense catches a break on that one. And this guy's not a superstar, but he's pretty dang reliable. And we talked to them about this guy. Like, he's kind of the security blanket for the quarterback. And him to drop that football doesn't happen often. You take those lucky things when you can get them.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Complete. At the 20, he's got space. The Trojans decide to use their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front so he can catch it, get upfield, and make some extra yards after the catch.
Lets it fly. Touchdown, Trojans. Snagged it in the end zone and put points on the board. Looking for the tie with the extra point. And he made the extra point without problem. They marched 78 yards down the field, and they closed the deal with a 16-yard throw for the touchdown. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Looking left. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
I wonder how much of that incompletion is due to the pass rush. That quarterback did not have a lot of time to throw that football. This offensive line is going to have to do a better job giving him time.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Makes the catch. It's Heath. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one. They'll hurry to the line here to try to get off that 3rd down play. A run for the quarterback. He'll have enough for the first down. They'll maintain possession. We'll see if they're happy enough just to let the clock run out. Clock stops as Virginia Tech calls its first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half.
14.
Might be calling a hot route.
Ready, go.
To the air on first down. Unloads to the right. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
I'll tell you what, Jesse, one thing we know is that guy's got an arm, because he just threw that thing probably with everything he had, and he missed. You got to do a good job as a quarterback of understanding who I'm leading, who I'm throwing the football to, how much speed they have, and right there you could tell that was a big miss.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break.
Go.
Now we're going to have a timeout taken by USC. It's their 2nd. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down.
Here we go. Ready. Ready, 5. Ready, 5. Bubba. Ready, go.
They'll throw again after the incompletion. Catch in the middle. It's Reynolds. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. The Hokies come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Makes the grab. It's Overton. Wide open space. Touchdown, Hokies. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. His 3rd touchdown of this game and his 3rd on the season.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
And he tacks on the extra point. He'll bring it out. It's Williams. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. Just enough time for 1 final play in this half. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Jordan. And after that short gain, they'll head to the locker room. It's halftime here. We've played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Gentlemen, so much excitement around a brand new season, and we're excited to get you caught up on everything here in Week 1. We begin with Florida Atlantic taking on the number 25 team, the Florida Gators. And it's the Florida Atlantic Owls coming away with the victory in one of the highest scoring games we've seen all season, pushing them to 1-0 on the short season. Here now a look at some other games of note today, including a big upset with major implications.
And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. They go right back to him. There's a crease. The 40. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Virginia Tech. Once he got a step, it was all over, right to the house.
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
And they did tack on the extra point. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. So this second half didn't exactly start the way they had hoped on defense, and now the offense will try to answer with a score of its own. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Now, we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
Really nice pass right there. This guy's got a lot to live up to. So much pressure when you think about playing quarterback for the Trojans. Heisman winners, guys like Carson Palmer, Matt Leinart, Caleb Williams. There's a lot of people watching this guy hoping he can be the next great one at USC. When you see throws like that, it gives you the hope that maybe, you know what, he might just be.
Fires a strike. Gets the ball right to the 50-yard line, and that'll be enough for a first down.
It has not been a banner performance so far by this offense. Here in the second half, they need more plays like that. That's a good sign, but you got to be able to put those plays back to back now. Really nice job early in the drive, coming up with the big one in your own end. But now you've got...
Snags it, and there's running room. To the house. Touchdown, USC.
And that is just outstanding execution on that pass play. Great route by the receiver. Good timing on the throw by the QB. Receiver catches it in stride, turns on the jets, and is gone.
And they tacked on the extra point. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Here comes the Hokies offense to start this possession. They still have the lead, but they need to respond to that last score. Here comes the heat. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down.
22, 22, let it go.
After the incompletion, back to the passing game. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close. And when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through him. And guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
95, 96. Mustang. Mustang. Where did he go?
On third and long, try to convert through the air. The throw. Got his man on the right. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain.
Well, it's a nice job tackling that defense. I know one guy missed, but you saw the effort. Other guys coming and flying to the football. They knew how big that third down was. They had to get the stop to give themselves a chance to now get off the field.
Hunt is on its way. Looks it all the way in and now turns his attention upfield. Running through contact. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Throws for the tight end. And the defense forced that incompletion with the deflection.
And if this offense wants to get back in this football game, I think they're going to see a lot of this. Defense playing a little bit more zone, conservative, great eyes on the quarterback, breaking on the football, batting the ball down. They're going to force you to throw the football down the field.
High the chains now on second and long. Running inside. It's Jordan. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line.
And we talked about this guy coming into the game, man. He's a dude. Like, he's a guy that they're going to feature, they're going to give the football to. He's so good with the ball in his hands, so why would you not hand it to him as much as possible? They're doing it early, and he's getting some chunk yardage. This defense, they knew about him, but now they're finding out about him.
These fans touching the figurative hokey stone, doing their part to help out on third down. Got it looking for a first. And he gets it done on third down. They move the chains and they'll mark it at the 44.
Well, after allowing a touchdown on the last drive, this offense has to be able to answer. And getting that third down here on the third play of this drive is a good step toward doing that. Nice job by the QB. Good rhythm. This offense now has got it going. They need to pay this thing off, but that was a big one, no question.
He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
Well, give the defense credit because they're forcing this quarterback to throw into very small windows under duress.
Third quarter opening week of the season, and they're facing 2nd and 10. To the air, it's Mayava. On target. Defense uses the sideline there, and he gets it into plus territory at the 49. Third and short from the 49 is this 4-down territory. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming.
This QB has had a lot of success all day long, throwing for so many touchdowns, looking very comfortable. Finally, the defense gets to him. Finally, the defense gets a win. They needed something to go their way. Got to start getting some more hits on this guy.
Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Catches it past the sticks and still on his feet. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on fourth down, and they keep the drive alive.
And that's a play the defense has got to be able to make, guys, right there on fourth down. You're in the third quarter, second half. You're playing at home, and it's a close game. You've got a huge opportunity to seize momentum. And you just get the feeling that that momentum is going to be a big factor here in the second half. Someone had to step up and make a play, and they just couldn't get it done.
And another night. By the offense. All right, defense, we got to change something up here. They're putting a big drive together, play after play, having a lot of success. How do we break the rhythm? How do we give them something that can create a tackle for a loss or a sack or something to get momentum back on my side?
The Trojans with the 1st and 10. Miller with the ball.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the second half.
And the Trojans come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. They'll go right back to the run. They get him corralled, but he carries it all the way down to the 7-yard line. The Trojans have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. From the red zone, it's Miller. He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling.
You know, you're in the red zone to bring out a bunch of tight ends on the field. So the defense, they were expecting a run on that one. They were physical, and they were able to force the negative play.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. The run up the middle, trying to power to the goal line. Nowhere to run, and he barely makes it back to the line of scrimmage.
And this defense sold out for the run. I love it. Physical, downhill, 2nd and goal. Nice job getting the stop, forcing the 3rd down.
A 3rd and goal, and this defense feeling energy from the crowd. Back to throw, it's Mayava. Touchdown, Southern Cal! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
Hey, man, I don't know what they talked about at the half, man, but this team is rolling, doing an unbelievable job getting the football, putting it in the end zone again. And how about the defense doing their job, Palmer? Momentum is crazy in college football, but here in the second half, they've come out and seized it.
Yeah, this has been a master class in complementary football. Offense doing their job, the defense getting off the field, giving it back to the offense, everything going their way, and you're right. In college football, we see momentum shifts all the time. All of the momentum, all of the good juju right now, clearly on their side.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. The run inside. It's Overton. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one. They fought tooth and nail through 3, and it is all locked up as we take a look at the stats. These two teams about to find out what they're made of as we open the fourth all tied up. And a chance to mull things over, and let's see how they start the final period here on second down.
129.
Back to pass. Under fire. They got him. Great pressure by this defense.
Man, this offense has been bad. How about the first play? Nowhere to go, nowhere to run, tackle for a loss. Second play, you get your quarterback sacked. And the third play, now we're sitting in 3rd and long, right where this defense wants to get us.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Going to take a shot. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
That is going to give that wide receiver nightmares, man. He was wide open. I don't know if there was a coverage bust on the back end, but that is a play that this dude needs to make.
And the Hokies will line up to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. No fair catches here, looking for room. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on it. Comes the USC offense to get this drive underway. They tied it up with a touchdown drive, got some good work from their defense, and now here in the fourth quarter, an opportunity to move on top. first down here as we dive into the college football season. A week 1 clash that has been worth every minute of it so far. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Jordan. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go? Right back to it. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Down as the crowd gets behind this defense. To the air, it's Mayava. Punts it out of the air. He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the first.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on 3rd and short.
And the Trojans have it with a 1st and 10. Running inside, it's Jordan. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. That's caught. It's Bowman. Crosses the 30. He's got a lane. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down. The Trojans are moving quickly down the field. Looking for room. It's Jordan. He's brought down just running hard in the red zone, and he'll be just a few inches short.
Really good surge that time by the offensive line. You saw all those bodies by the defense being pushed backwards. That opened up the crease for the ball carrier. He's able to get a really nice gain there, setting up 2nd and inches.
And the Trojans are threatening in the red zone. In the red area, it's Miller. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Trojans. And with that, they move out front here in the 4th. They'll try to add another to their lead. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Virginia Tech opens this drive as the offense looks ready to go. And now this offense needs a late 4th quarter drive to answer that last touchdown. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
And sometimes for the defense, it just takes one play, right, to create some momentum. Obviously, this guy's been eating them up. He's got over 100 yards rushing on the day. But finally, David, they get something positive here in the run game defensively.
But you kind of know that coming in. He's going to get his. Such a great back, and he's had a great day. Need to put more plays together like that right there.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. The short hands, it's Reynolds. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
What a big play this one could be. Tight game, getting late, 3rd and long coming up. Looking for a man. It's Baker. Makes the grab on the left. Tackle is made at the 25-yard line, and that'll bring up a 4th down.
That's why, as a defense, you feel okay playing man coverage on 3rd down, because you know you've got linebackers and you've got players on your defense that can cover these dangerous running backs mano-a-mano. Nice job tackling in the open field.
Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on 4th down. Quarterback making adjustments. Defense a little too jumpy there, and they got into the neutral zone too soon. Contact in the neutral zone leads to that penalty. Good news for the offense. Trailing by a touchdown, getting late in the 4th, and this is a huge, perhaps a defining moment in this game. The Trojans use their first timeout. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. Trailing by a touchdown, this 4th down opportunity is gargantuan. Desperate to convert, and he'll throw it. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. Desperately wanted to convert on 4th down, but couldn't do it.
Nice job by this defense in a clutch moment. You knew they were going to throw the football. 4th down, great coverage, break on the football, force the incompletion, and more importantly, you get the ball back to your offense with a chance to just run this clock and get out of here with a win.
Here comes the Trojan offense ready to go on the attack. And now, Jesse, the art here is to find the balance between milking the clock and trying to get another score.
I think if you're the coaching staff, too, you like to see your team play its best in the 4th quarter, right? Defense just did their job, so offense now, David, has to go out and handle their business.
Yeah, you got the momentum. Because of the defense, they've given you some momentum. They've given you a great opportunity to take hold of this game and really put a stamp on it.
On 2nd down, let's see if they go right back to the run and put this game on ice. Right back to the well. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks. Clock stops as Virginia Tech calls its first timeout. They'll take a moment to gather their thoughts and put together a plan for this 3rd down play. Sandman entered earlier, and now they're trying to make it go night-night on this 3rd down. Whistle sounds, but they get the timeout called just before the delay of game. The brain trust getting thoughts together for this big 3rd down coming up. Here they come up to the 23-yard line, not thinking field goal, wanting to convert this 3rd and short. Looking downfield, it's Mayava. Fires complete on the crosser. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. 1st and goal from the 9.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on 3rd down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the first. Well done.
The Trojans will try to run out the clock in the final minute. Running the red zone, it's Miller. He just kept those big, powerful thighs churning, but he'll be knocked down at the 1. Virginia Tech wants to take a moment. They call their second timeout. And they'll still have 1 timeout left at their disposal. If they can move that thing 1 yard here, that'll probably wrap this baby up. Tries again to get it in. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Timeout called by Virginia Tech. That's their 3rd and final one. Now they are powerless to stop the clock with a timeout. On 3rd and goal, you can't hear yourself thinking here. They'll try to pass their way in. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. It'll be 4th down.
Yeah, the defense just too good there. They're trying to run it in on 3rd down and be physical up front. The defense, though, having none of it, creating a negative play and now setting up 4th down.
A field goal here would make it a 2-possession game, but they elect to leave the offense on the field on 4th down. The give. They make the stop, and the clock strikes 0, and that will do it for this